Show a lot of love for Terri Trespicio. Come on, Terri Trespicio. Come on, baby.
All right. Yes, my last name is Trespicio. It is not Italian. It's Filipino. And I was on a first date. Yes, thank you. Thank you for that. I was on a first date the other night, and the guy says, "That's funny, when we talked on the phone, you didn't sound Asian." And I was like, "You didn't sound short." I do a lot of online dating, actually, but I did go to a singles event recently. And I haven't been to AA, but I assume there's a lot in common there. Because the minute you walk in that door, you're admitting to yourself and everyone else that you have a problem. And it's got that bad. When you're there, you're on the market, squarely. But it's not a Whole Foods market with like fresh, juicy produce pouring from the shelves. No, it's more like Fairway after a snowstorm. All the good stuff is gone, and what's there is suspect. Certainly not something you want to put in your mouth. Now, I have discovered an app that is going to be, I think, a major game changer for women, because it allows us to finally ask for what we want from men without being embarrassed or ashamed. It's called TaskRabbit. And if you haven't heard of it, thank you. It is an app that allows you to hire men by the hour to perform household tasks. This is amazing because I don't have a boyfriend, I don't have any time. And in an hour, I had a man in my apartment hanging track lighting, putting up bookshelves, and I'm looking at him, I'm like, he doesn't even expect a blowjob. Not even a little bit. Not even slightly. And at the end, he goes, "No, we have a few minutes left over. Is there anything else you want me to, I can help you with?" It's like, oh my God, you don't know how long I've waited to hear that. Are you kidding? Let's be honest, I've let some relationships go on a little bit too long because I had IKEA furniture that needed assembling and it wasn't going to assemble itself. Now, we can blame a lot of things for why a perfectly decent woman like myself cannot find a suitable mate. You can blame a lot of things. The economy, shifting gender roles. Some people blame Disney. I blame the church. I was raised Catholic. I'm not practicing now, but it's like I have a lifetime membership. I just don't work out there anymore. And they really sold Jesus hard to us. You know, I mean, he was the first guy we all had crushes on, like the blue eyes and like the man bun. Now, granted, we don't know if he really looked like that, but come on, how many of us really look like our profile pics? They really. And they say these things they say about Jesus. He loves you. His love will heal you and save you. He forgives you for everything you've ever done, everything you ever will do. And he would die for you. In fact, he did it once, and he would do it again. Now, go find yourself a nice boyfriend. I mean, and then when you do find someone who's like a nice gentleman, young guys are dating, things are going really well, right? This happened to me. Things are going really well. Like, God, this is so fun. Maybe I should check in and see how it's going. This is the worst idea ever. Do not do this. The worst. Do not initiate the relationship talk. Why? Because it's a basic rule of negotiation. He who speaks first loses. When you bring this topic up, it's like walking into your own swinging party, turning all the lights on and turning the music off and being like, I just want to check, is everybody having fun? Do you like my party? Do you like it better than other people's parties? How long do you plan on staying at my party? Can I buy more chips? Now, I don't have kids. This is by design, okay? I purposely don't have children because it's not something I chose to do. But a lot of people think I've made a mistake, and they tell me all the time. And they say, like, oh, Terri, but you'd make such a good mom. I say, maybe. And maybe you'd make a great correctional officer or rodeo clown. But we will never know. And then they say, like, oh, but is it just because do you hate kids or you hate children? No, I don't hate kids. I don't have kids for the same reason most New Yorkers don't have cars, because they're extremely expensive and there's nowhere to put one. And then they're like, well, why don't you just have like one? You know, like they're handing out a plate of brownies. Just have one. Just one. It's a big deal. So let me think about this for a second. Do I want to gestate a human child in my belly for the better part of a year, squeeze it out in front of a room full of people, hand my life over to its care and feed to the expense of all else while my body collapses on itself, then spend the next 18 years raising this child to function in society to the tune of about $250,000, for which I'll receive very little but grief and the occasional bouquet of flowers. And if I do it right, he will definitely leave me for another woman. Why would I do that? Yeah, please applaud. That's where you're supposed to applaud. But honestly, no, it's okay. And so my friends who are married, I think it's interesting that they take it so lightly. So are you gonna have kids? Maybe. Don't know. That's the strategy? Like, well, if it happens, it happens. I'm like, if it happens, it happens. That's what I tell myself when I leave my house without my umbrella on a day when there's a 30% chance of precipitation. And even then I will probably go back. They say, well, maybe. But, you should really at some point settle down and have a kid. And I say, and you should probably get your PhD in applied physics. They go, why would I do that? That's a lot of work for something I don't want. I say, exactly. Thank you very much.